Welcome to Tent Talk, the podcast with Nancy McCready, where we talk about life under the big tent of God's presence and the provoking process of discipleship. Here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tent Talk. This is Nancy McCready. This episode continues our look at the slow fire process of God as He matures you and grows you up. We specifically zero in today on what it means to be on a learning curve of biblical proportions. You are on a learning curve, but my friends, this learning is about the lifestyle of God becoming your very way of living. Take a listen. I hope it encourages you to go deeper with Him and to connect more with me. All right, everybody, some more thoughts on the slow fire, the true discipleship process where we give God the time to do in us what He wants and to do it His way. So the slow fire, the slow burn. And one of the major aspects of the slow burn is that you are on a perpetual learning curve. So here's what a learning curve, one of the definitions that it can mean is that it's a process where people develop a skill by learning from their mistakes. And a steep learning curve means that you are having to learn very quickly from your mistakes. And so this is where many times in our impulsivity, we are attempting to take shortcuts. We think, I know better. I think I can handle this. And so we run ahead. Or even maybe our own self-imposed standards of perfectionism, our own standards of performance. We just have such a rigid way that we can never actually imagine breaking out of that. And so we just stay on it. And so this would mean that eventually, if we're going to break towards God's way and break towards His process of growing up and maturing His sons, then that means that there's eventually going to be mistakes made. Now, for some of us, mistakes are like a death. Can anybody out there hear what I'm saying, right? Are you shaking your head while you're driving down the road? You're up early in the morning and you were just in mid-yawn and you stopped and you're like, yes, that is me. Okay. All right. Because to make a mistake, to fail is literally like a death. Because perfectionism has become our way of being able to guard ourselves. It's our self-protection mode most of the time. And so being on a learning curve where you're going to develop new skills of living and dependency upon God, you're going to be learning from mistakes. You're going to be learning from what you perceive as a failure. Now, let me just tell you that you can't fail at something that's not your job. You can't fail at something that you were never supposed to even succeed at. So for most of us, I'll say all of us, the real failure is that we keep trying so hard. The real failure is that we are determined to do it on our own and then show God how well we've done, or prove to others that we are worthy of their love because we've done so well. I recently had someone say it to me this way from one of the books that I had assigned to them in our discipleship process, in our slow fire process. They said, if I do well, you will like me. If I do perfectly, you will love me.
For more information on Nancy, please visit nancymccready.com or follow her on social media at NBMcCready.
Oh boy, I tell you what, that is some steep truth right there. When we have to face that we are trying to earn a perfect love by being perfect. And so this whole concept again of really allowing God to do the slow burn in us, the slow fire, means that we're going to face things. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to have to learn very quickly and very deeply, swift and deep in this process oftentimes. And that just can be so difficult. It can be so painful. Many of us have avoided the slow burn process, the learning process, because learning, we know, involves stops and starts and requires having to back up and having to look at things and analyze things and receive correction and instruction, all of that, and have to look at things that were so painful early on in life, and to have to look at them again today sometimes can just almost be unbearable. But my friends, I want to encourage you in this very brief episode today. I want you to decide, being on this very strong, maybe sometimes steep learning curve is a good thing. I want you to decide that truly learning, a learning that becomes a lifestyle. Whose style of life is it? It's your Father's style of life. It's Jesus's way of life. It's Holy Spirit's way of life. And this learning isn't about proving to others that you're smart or you're capable or you're worthy. This is learning that truly becomes the lifestyle of your Father. It is a learning curve in this slow fire process. So remember, there are no shortcuts. So it's okay if you just decide to slow down, to participate in the slow fire, and then let the learning curve bring skills to you, my friends, that you're going to need in the days and weeks ahead. So no matter how difficult it may be, my friends, I am here to tell you, stay with Him in the slow fire. Until next time, I love you all.
If you'd like information on how to book Nancy McCready for an event or speaking engagement, visit nancymccready.com.